what I've got over here. Hey everybody. Well, today we're going to paint up one of these little lures. Over the weekend, I went up to Nebraska to see a friend of mine. He's actually a friend of mine that makes some fishing rods, and he invited me up there to go ice fishing for the first time. Being a guy from Missouri, we don't go ice fishing. While I was up there, we caught quite a few crappie. And I've got to put my eyes on some good crappie, and because I don't really catch them a lot around here. They're around here, but I don't catch them a whole lot. I'm just not very good with it. But I've been trying to work on my crappie patterns while I'm getting to here. This year I'm trying to really hone it in, get a pattern that's or a colorway that's, for say my style of a crappie. Or if you know by sakale, or some people might call it crappie, but it's crappie. So we're going to go today. I've got one primed and base coated white, and we're going to see what we can come up with. So come along with me, and we're going to paint us a crappie today. All right. Well, like I said, we got one primed and base coated white. We're going to come in now with a pearl white. Now I'm using an alcohol ink. This is an alcohol ink by Ranger. It is the Tim Holtz brand. It is their mixative. Now you can use this to mix into other alcohol inks, or you can use it by itself. If you are going to use alcohol inks, I do recommend good ventilation. Now, yeah, my filter's dirty. It's still working. It will need replaced this week though, so don't bash me and hate on me too bad over my filter. I do have a new camera angle. Hopefully the way I got it attached and everything will hold up, because I think this is going to give y'all a better view of what's going on while I'm painting the lures. So we're going to get this silver up here, get in the airbrush. Or I said silver, it's a pearl white, but it's going to have kind of a silver undertone. Make sure you get that belly, because that belly is going to be exposed a whole lot. Get a good pearl coat on there. So there's our, I keep wanting to say silver. There's our pearl white. Wound up putting a little too much ink in the airbrush, but not too bad. Didn't waste a whole lot. No, I don't like wasting my ink. So let me get this cleaned out. I've been working on the crappie pattern because I've not done it a whole lot. I'll be honest with you. It's one pattern. For some reason, I'd never have really tried to do it a whole lot. The few I have done just did not look very good. A few people have liked them. I personally did not. I felt they didn't have that crappie look. So we're going to work on that this year. So I'm not going to say that this one's going to be perfect. I'm not going to say it's going to look good. But I'm going to show y'all kind of my progression. So you might see a couple of different videos depending on how this one goes. If this one knocks out of the ballpark, I will replay this video, write down my steps and my colors, and this will be my crappie. So let's see what happens. Like I said, we got the pearl on there, and the reason being is I like that iridescent effect that it gives for the belly. And I do apologize if my camera focus is weird sometimes. I am using my phone, so we are limited on how, the quality and everything comes out. I do want to go ahead and get a little bit of a pink. Not a very bold pink, so I'm going to use this shell pink. That's another Tim Holtz Ranger. I just want to get a hint of that fleshy pink tone towards the lower area. For me, if y'all watch my videos, you know it's the subtle colors that I really enjoy getting in there. I don't try and go super realistic, but I do try and keep it really close. I guess you could say it's kind of a match the hatch style of painting. Alright, now that we have that, see how it's just a really light pink? And that's what's nice about these inks, is they are semi-transparent. So that pearl will still come through that pink really well once this is clear coated. Today I am going to use a stencil from, if I don't tear it up here, from Insane Custom Stencils. I forget which stencil this come off of. It's 3 of them. I want to say it was for musky lures, mainly. Bring it to the front here so y'all can see a little bit better. But I like the blotchiness that it's going to give me. I'm probably going to use more towards, let's see here. We're a little open. We're probably going to use this part for the head for sure. And then we'll probably, for the body, come back to somewhere right about in there. and see how this turns out. The black I'm going to use is going to be a black base by Inspire. And I do shake all my paints up, all my inks, and whether they need it or not, I always give them a good shake. I am using a shaker machine. The particular one I have is a 4Es. It is one of these big old guys. A friend of mine actually, I had a cheap one and it worked really good. But it went down after, about a year or two, which, I mean, it gets used a lot. And a friend of mine knew I was wanting one of these. I was interested in them, and he decided to take it upon himself and buy me one. So I do appreciate it. If you're watching this, I'm not sure if it's his real name or not, but he goes by Zach Attack. If you're watching this, dude, I still appreciate it. It means a lot, and it's helping me a lot, saving my elbows even more. All I'm doing is getting my airbrush loaded up right now with the black. I do thin it a little bit. I do mix it inside the airbrush because I'm using small amounts. And with small amounts, I don't see a purpose in wasting it in a mixing cup. Go do the same thing on the other side. Fun thing about doing lures, you gotta try and do close to the same thing on the other side. Trying to keep everything in y'all's view. I am using low pressure. Exactly what pressure, I don't know. So you want to argue with me because that clip. again, I'm still learning this pattern. So I think that's going to work. Now I'm going to darken up the back just a little bit. All the black I'm going to use. Get that black right out of my airbrush. As always, if anyone is new here watching my videos, I don't edit nothing out. If you do see me turn off the camera and skip to a spot, it's only for either drying purposes or have a long time of cleaning the brush because, you know, got a clog or something. But if I make a mistake or something doesn't turn out right, y'all get to see every bit of it. I don't hide none of it because I think you guys need to see when people make mistakes. You need to see how they correct them, how they go about fixing it. It's not always about wiping the lure off and restarting. Sometimes it's about learning how to incorporate your mistake. Kind of like old Bob Ross used to say, it's a happy mistake. Now you notice I don't have any of the yellow tones or nothing like that in it yet. That's because I'm going to build all that on top of the black. That way the blotches and everything become an in-depth part, hopefully, of the lure itself and isn't really sitting on top of it. So the next step we are going to do is we are going to start bringing in a little bit of that yellow. And the way I'm going to do that is, let me find a yellow I like here. I think we're going to try this one. We'll probably wind up putting two yellows on. Probably a little bit brighter yellow and then a little bit more of a green yellow. So we're going to come in with another alcohol ink. This one's Sunshine Yellow. Now this ink, it don't take but a couple drops. What we're getting ready to do here, I did about 4 or 5 drops. It don't take much. We're going to start on the back and we're going to work our way down. don't think I need to come in with a green or a yellow green or a green yellow. That right there is kind of the color I'm looking for. Now these alcohol inks, if anyone is again trying them, you can clean your airbrush out with either alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, or you can use lacquer thinner or acetone. I mess with a lot of different solvent paints, so I'm currently using lacquer thinner. But 91% alcohol, the isopropyl alcohol, will do it as well. So that's what we have right now. And the reason we started from the top and worked our way down is that way I could see how the color was looking and I could fade it to the point that I wanted it to be at. Now I wanted it more, in the head and, kind of bumping up and down through the lateral area, because you don't want a straight line. You don't want your colors coming down and just stopping in a straight line. You want them to kind of bob up and down. If you're doing a semi-realistic or a match the hatch or something like that, having a straight line of your paint, it doesn't really look as good, in my opinion. Again, everything on this channel is strictly opinion. There is nothing that's set in stone. Oop. Stay still. Told y'all can see it all. But I like that so far. Now I am going to bring in a little bit of a color shift. And it will be SMS. Let me bring it up here where y'all can see it. SMS Extreme is Geyser. It is a purple, green, bright blue. Because while I was catching the fish, I was also looking at the colors really close. And there's a lot of different colors that go on along the back. And a lot of them are kind of that iridescent, color shifty look. So we're going to try this. And that's it. Color shift works really good in the black areas. If you do a color shift, it can work on other colors, but black is where it really comes to life. And again, if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask them down in the comments. I do my best to answer everybody. And I enjoy hearing from y'all. All right. Now I am just trying to concentrate it in the black areas. I'm not spraying it everywhere. Now, I do build colors up, so we might wind up coming back with this again. Still got to darken the back up. So what we're going to do, instead of pouring that back in the bottle, because I'm very certain I'm going to come back with that color, is now we are going to do a deep purple on the very back. And that deep purple will be the vineyard. So we are going to swap airbrushes here. Let me see, is this one ready to be used? Looks like it might be. Run a little cleaner through it real quick. See how it acts here. Oh. Yep, that one will work good. All right. And believe it or not, I've seen quite a bit of purple in the backs of them, of the crappie was catching. So what we're going to do, we're going to spray the back, let it fade just a little bit. Brought it down a little bit too much on that one side. It'll be alright. We'll figure it out. And that color shift is still showing itself there, so that's good. So, this is what we have so far. You have a kind of a really deep purple back. So we'll get that purple ran out, because that's the last we're going to use of that straight purple. And if y'all find these videos helpful, please like and subscribe, hit the bell notification, and leave me some comments. I really enjoy hearing from everybody. If I've helped them, if I haven't helped them, what you would like to see next. I am currently working on another video. It's just going to take some time to finish it up for doing some chrome. I'm trying to achieve as best of a chrome finish as we can. I would like to go for a mirror-like chrome, but I don't know if I'll be able to achieve that or not. So I'm, at worst case scenario, just trying to go for as best as I can on it. This airbrush is acting finicky. It's not want to clean out right. So I haven't used this airbrush very much. It's a good airbrush. Just haven't used it very much lately. There it goes. All right, so we'll put that airbrush up. Actually, let's keep that one out. We're gonna need it some more. All right, sorry about that. I didn't have that in view for y'all. Now what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna take a little bit of gold and try and do little spots of gold along that shoulder, kind of going in with that color shift. And then we'll probably come back and we'll put a little bit more color shift down. And I think that will do some really cool stuff, I think. Now the gold we'll be using is a 24 karat gold by Tropical Glitz. Just a little bit, don't need a whole lot of it. Trying to get in the habit of figuring out, for anyone new or if anyone's having issues with wasting paint, try and get in the habit of learning about how much you need. Because even though, like on this paintbrush, even though the bowl is this big, I'm only got it. I don't even think I'm past the body as far as how much I have in there. I mean, I have just enough to do what I need. Now I think we're going to do a little mesh on this one. Yeah, I think that will look good on it, doing it that way. Let me see. Will that lay down? All right. I was just hitting it with air there. Trying to see how it's going to lay. And I'm just going to do the shoulder area, so I'm not worried about doing the entire lure. All right. Don't know if it will do anything or not. It will, nothing else, it will just add that gold shimmer. If that was outside of camera view, I do apologize. With this netting, I'm not trying to get the actual scales. I'm just using it to kind of help break up the paint, so to say. see all the good and the bad. I just had it, which luckily it's color shift, so it kind of blends in, but it just decided to burst out on me right there. We'll get a little bit on the gill plate. Bring it into the nose. Alright. Maybe we'll clean all that out. Like I said, y'all get to see all the good and bad. Luckily, it's a color shift, so when it bursts out, it does blend really well. And then clean my airbrushes really quick. I got 2 of them to clean out here. I really hope y'all are enjoying these. I know I had a good time fishing. Ice fishing was something I had never done before. And the guy that I went with, like I said, he builds custom rods. It's Battle Buddy Rods. He does have a channel on here. He's also on TikTok and Facebook. If y'all want to see some really good rods, go check him out. And go check him out on here. He shows off his work a lot, and he shows his fishing trips from time to time. And he's just getting started on YouTube. So if y'all would go over there and show him some love and give him some encouragement. He's a really good guy, really genuine, just really down to earth fella. Got one more airbrush to clean out here, and we'll be able to move on. Oop. Let's find that in a minute. Yep, I'll have to find that in a minute. Lost my protecting crown on this hairbrush. This airbrush is being finicky. But it is a smaller needle airbrush. And that is a metallic type paint, so. Some 0.2s will do it. Some 0.2s struggle with it. I might have to do this one once I get done with the video. There we go. That might have got it going. Give me a second, guys. I do apologize. I know y'all don't watch these videos to hear me clean the airbrush. think they got it. Never fails. I don't like cutting my videos, so I like for y'all to see all my struggles. Alright, so we have the color shift back in. Got a little bit of a gold with the purple. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come in with a black candy, and we're going to come over the top. That's going to darken that purple up even more, give that black back just that much better. So let me find my black candy. There it is. And this is a black candy by House of Color. I get the concentrate and mix it up to the strength that I want it to be at. So this is a solvent-based black candy. Now, I would currently be at work normally, because this is Monday, but yeah, here in Missouri, we got enough snow and ice that when I got parked last night in my driveway, out there getting home from my fishing trip with my friend, yeah, it turned into ice under my tires. I've got four-wheel drive. It's a big old heavy-duty diesel. I can't go forward or back, not even a quarter inch. I'm stuck in spot. So I figured I'd make some videos for y'all. I like that. You got your purples, your blacks. Got that little bit of that color shift going on. Got that hint of gold. Got your yellow coming down. Your iridescent belly with that little bit of a pink. I like that color. So we're going to hit it with a little bit of heat, make sure everything's dry. So we'll bring it right back here. Because even though it's solvent and alcohol based stuff, I'm not necessarily heat setting it. I'm just warming it up to help speed the drying. I am going to hit this with an inner coat, and all the inner coat is a solvent-based version of UVLS. So it will allow y'all to see kind of an idea of what it's going to look like with clear coat, and it will help again protect the paint, and it will keep everything nice and locked together. It's just a pre-mixed inner coat. It's a House of Color inner coat. I use a lot of Tropical Glitz, House of Color, the alcohol inks, SMS paints when I can find them, because they are hard to get a hold of. And if anyone ever wants to know where to find some of these products if they can't find them, feel free to message me in these comments, in the comment section, and I will definitely show you where to find them. We just did a really thin coat first. That way we let that set up. It won't take very long. And once I get this clear coated, I will definitely put it up in a short or something like that. I normally don't do the clear coat review at the end of the videos. If that is something y'all are interested in, is seeing this lure at the end of the video with the eyes and everything in it, let me know. I do everything on y'all's opinions, on y'all's ideas, to kind of help grow this channel. We're at 192 subscribers right now, so this channel is definitely growing. I am very much happy about that. I appreciate every single one of my subscribers. But this is what we got now. So see, we got that hint of purple, that deep purple black back, that little bit of iridescence, and that hint of gold coming into the yellow. Oh, Bubby. My puppy just come up. I see where it is skewed just a little bit. Whiskey, get down, Bubby. Bubby, Daddy's recording. Hold on, guys. I see you, Bubby. I see you. Yes. Now, come on. I love you. Now, come on. Daddy's painting, baby. I see you. I'll be in there in just a minute. I promise, okay? Alright, sorry about that, folks. But then we got our yellow coming down through the blotches, your iridescent or your pearl belly, because iridescent white would probably do the same thing, and that hint of pink. So there we are. If y'all enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, give me some comments, let me know what y'all think. I do all this for you guys. I don't get any kind of kickbacks from anybody for anything. I do this, for one, it does help me kind of learn. Believe it or not, doing this in front of the camera seems to help me to concentrate more. So, yes, let me know what you think. But I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. I appreciate you giving me, roughly an hour of your time, and I hope it helped you in some way. But I love y'all. I hope everyone stays safe, and we will catch y'all later.